that best of 5 context. And let's see where we're starting off. Yep, going to FD, and we're off to the races.
Start of day 2. Let's see what we can do. Big D is doing a pretty good job of just like saying, hey, you can try to break us up, but I can throw out this hitbox to basically make sure that you get hit for trying to basically capitalize on the situation of this character.
Yeah, it's not like a stage like Small Battlefield. Final Destination is going to be helpful for Big D's combos once he gets those Z-Syncs and once he gets in. However, JDV doesn't really have a place to hide under, but so does Big D. Like, he can't go on platforms. That Blizzard's going to lock JDV dash attack, seemingly a really good option. It's already relatively great on shield, so doing against both climbers, usually characters have a hard time doing their combo game or just doing their safe moves because they're hitting 2 players. However, in this case, it seems like JDV knows that dash attack is super good. And there we are, just setting up the fortress. But right now, Big D having a significant lead. But that's the first split. Doesn't get too much into it. Ooh. But a random belay in neutral. Not going to get the F smash. Nana AI with a really, really good drift.
Yeah, just we're seeing what I'm noticing initially is JDV and Big D respecting this mid-range burst, this burst range space between the two of them. And there's a lot of, you're noticing little pauses here where they're kind of stopping for a moment and just like having to say, all right, are you throwing, is Hydrant there? Are you about to throw Hydrant down? Ooh. Are you going to hit me in the face with the Hydrant? And like, it's a little bit of a back and forth of just waiting to see what the movement option is and then capitalizing or getting capitalized on. And in that case, JDV able to make the Hydrant work and take that first stock.
It just makes like so much sense because when you see JDV with a Hydrant on stage and slightly coming at you, it kind of trumps all options. You know, there's not much you can do in the situation. You can jump up, but then there's a bear coming straight at you. But this Blizzard can do a little bit more. That's an up tilt up air. Not going to kill quite just yet. The Hydrant is sending them off in a bad position. I don't like what's happening so far for JDV. Like, for Big D, JDV is just doing a good job of just splitting up these ices and making sure that the Nana is just getting messed up.
Yeah, I mean, on FD and you're against the zoner, losing the lead, obviously you never really want to be behind, but it's even more so against zoners because at the start you don't really need to approach, but great jump call out by Big D, kind of making it even. You are down Nana. JDV is doing a really good job. I mean, both times Nana kind of exploded on the first interaction, first getting separated and then destroyed, but right now, Big D having to make up the percent deficit. And when you only have 1 Ice Climbers, your percent damage output is just so much less than what it is initially because you lose both of the hits. That's going to be a back air confirmed, 134%. Couldn't get the up smash, but I'm pretty sure JDV is sitting good for the smash.
And yeah, no option there other than to try and air dodge through. And if you're in a Sopo situation, like at least if it's in a percentage where it's like, okay, I just need to get a Sopo up air or F or something to get the kill, that's one thing. If you're dealing with a fresh stock as Sopo, like you were saying, the damage output without the disjoints and all the crazy shenanigans, it's really, yeah, it becomes really, really rough to even try and get anything going. So yeah, it's going to be up to Big D to try and make something of this last stock here, try and get, you know, keep it to under 70%, I'd say, 75, 80%. And if you can manage that and keep it a really clean stock too, definitely still very, very doable.
I really do like what Big D's doing is he's not doing anything crazy. He's not going. He's kind of hiding his cards because this game isn't a lost cause particularly much, but as you can see, it can get out of hand very quickly. But you want to see the crazy stuff happen later on in the set, just because this game is a little, as I just said before, out of hand so far with the Galaxies and his combos and not getting the best stage. Why not hide the crazy stuff for later? Because obviously a quick 2-stock can happen.
Yeah, it's like burning your meter in any fighting game, right? Like you can pull it out, you can make the comeback. And obviously, I think every player at this level can always fight for the win. However, in that case, you know, Big D's probably just like chilling. A lot of the neutral wins wasn't really in his favor. I think JDV was using really good use of the melon and the orange. Fast, exposed climbers, right? And that kind of separation. Now it's more of Big D, can I pick a stage that lets me get in, maybe a little bit smaller, less, you know, flat, more dimensions? So we'll see if Big D's counter pick going into Smashville, right? Yeah, this is Smashville. That center platform going to help a lot with the stage control, and if he can utilize that and maybe push JDV in the corner, he'll have a better chance.
And just having the ability to just apply more pressure just by the physical the physical less space means that those side Bs from Big D are going to cover more ground. You've got less room to run away, so you know, less room to pull fruit, less room to set up your Hydrant Shenanigans, definitely going to be the right pick.
There's no way that he meant to do that. Unfortunately, Blizzard the other way will lose that stock in neutral. But I do love the stage choice for both these players. It does very similar things. You know, it keeps it condensed and says, hey, when you are keeping the understage of the platform, that just means that you control the whole stage. You can go above, but guess what? I can go quickly up and then knock you for a lot of damage if you're Big D. And for JDV, it's like, okay, I have the Galaga in hand, right? And if I put a Hydrant there, I'm controlling all of the stage, and you have all of these various factors that you have to play around, and it's tough for both players to get around those scenarios. So it's basically like, okay, do I get the lead, and can I keep it? And more likely, yes. And as we can see, JDV gets the lead with that F smash.
Yeah, right now, Big D really need to find an answer for that dash attack. He almost had the answer there, but that's going to be the back air. Nice conversion off the up tilt. Usually you see, you know, up tilt, up air, that classic combo, but Big D aware that the top blast zone isn't going to be favorable in this case scenario. But like I said, that dash attack's so tough for Big D to deal with. If JDV is ever in a position where he's hitting both climbers, you can't really respond. Nice cherry, trying to just zone. And that's the thing we're saying, like, he's using the smaller fruits pretty well. He's maybe got one bell kill, but Nana AI randomly just running off and fast
falling. What was that fast fall? I don't, Sakurai, why? Why did you make her so inclined to just end her life there? I don't understand.
I mean, we've seen the level 9 AIs. Those guys got combos, they got everything, they play the game, and then you have the Nana
And then
AI.
you have your character, it's just nerfed all the hell. There's nothing you can do. It's like, okay, cool, I got a level 5 Nana instead of the level 9 that can just do whatever you need to. I mean, Cascadia level 9 has seen success in bracket, and then it's tough to string that type of AI along with you. It feels a little bit unintuitive.
Yeah, for sure. The bell on deck, gonna put Big D into the corner. This is kind of what we're talking about. If you watch the interview that he did with Action Esports, you know, people say that once he's on the Sopo, you start playing Big D instead of Ice Climbers, and I believe that's true because right now he's still keeping it pretty even.
Yeah.
He actually has the percent lead right now. Finding these neutral wins, it's a lot of, you know, chip damage. He gets like one hit, but wow, that was so smart. Bell run across, get on the other side because that F smash wasn't gonna kill right to left. But
And it's crazy. JDV just having the confidence to, I mean, it's not like it's a super difficult execution check, but just the consistency of knowing I have this much time to get to where I need to be to actually execute a punish that gets me a stock instead of just putting me in advantage. And yeah, Bell stuns you for an eternity, so actually having that time to make sure to secure that stock.
Blizz is going to do a lot. Gain the grab and the F smash right there will even up the stocks, and the percentage is looking a little bit more doable for Big D.
I mean, he really, really needed that. Couldn't let the lead get away from him, especially against a zoner like JDV. It's kind of known that, you know, there's a timeout meta in the Western Washington because we play a lot of zoners, but that's really unfortunate for Nana. Big D having to give up stage control to go save Nana, and that's going to be really unfortunate, using the Hydra to separate them. That down smash not going to take any of them, but really good grab. Usually characters have a hard time grabbing, but JDV is just in the right time, right place, charging up. Bell losing it nice. This is a really good
the Bell? Not getting much off the Bell quite just yet, but can he do something in the ledge trapping scenario? The fading backer is not going to hit quite just yet, and JDV is back on to the other side of the stage saying, hey, okay, I get it, you're there, but let's just reset the situation. I don't like where I was.
Right now, even though the percentage lead is clearly, and now the advantage is in JDV's favor, for that 20 seconds or so, it really felt like Big D was really running the show, had stage control, and was just kind of chasing JDV around, and it felt like a cat and mouse game. But now definitely back to a more just even, neutral cadence here, and Big D does have to be careful. Very much kill percent.
Yeah, Pac-Man causes a lot of chaos, so it feels like it's hard for Big D to get these desync setups. I say that right now, but going for that desync with the Skull Hammer. One Blizzard, but doesn't get the freeze box. Having to go for that up B, tries to go for the neutral get up, but nice JDV with the melon. That's going to be so unfortunate. I thought that was Nana.
I did too.
Same.
I did too. That's just one of those interactions where it's kind of like the projectile comes out, who happens to be in front at that moment. And it looked kind of weird because we didn't see, you know, kill sparks from it, but we do know that that melon hits just like a tank. Knockback on that thing is nuts.
And just like that, Big D is on his tournament game.
That is messed up.
Yeah, what a thing to be saying.
Yeah, I mean, sponsored by LG. A tough draw of things for Big D so far, but I feel like even with this tough draw, there is a bunch of different ways to get in this. I do like going back to Smashville. There was a lot going on with Big D that helped him out. You know, I mean, we saw a lot of damage get racked up very quickly with these blizzards, with these grabs that just help with this condensity of the stage. But again, JDV gets a lot of those similar attributes that helps out his gameplay style. So let's see if maybe this game can turn the other way.
Yeah, I like how much Big D is using his desyncs now. He finally has the chance. I was saying it earlier, Pac-Man causes so much chaos that it's kind of hard to find the opportunities to set that up, and that's beautiful, but only going for the up air, unable to get the up smash on that up tilt desync confirmed. That Hydrant is so good at kind of stopping Big D from even getting opportunities to go for desyncs. One of the hardest part about Ice Climbers is just knowing the situations where you have the time and the place to do it, but right now, JDV just interrupting all of that with the fair, Hydrant, and his fruits. Going to be 64% for Big D, trying to pressure with that back air, sending JDV, but right now he's firmly in the driver's seat, but none of these ledge traps have been hitting its mark.
Trying to get that ledge trap with the Nana, and oh my god, the bell. That would not have been anything, but it just looks scary in the hindsight, and the back air is going to take it, fortunately for him. And just like that, Big D is in the lead.
And I'm wondering if I saw it just recently, but I wonder if we'll see it some more. Where you were talking about the dash attack, and maybe just Dawson kind of figuring out that fadeaway back air is a little bit of okay. And there, it wasn't fadeaway back air, but just figuring out a way to deal with these dash attacks effectively, shielding in the right place, and being able to punish them. Because you can definitely punish Pac-Man dash attack if you're ready for it and prepped. And it's become less of an effective tool for JDV, and he's kind of struggling to open up neutral as of now. It's like he's having to recalibrate.
I mean, even if he's losing neutral, it's tough because that F smash killed at 110 from the right side of the stage. That's absurd. Even though he only got like one neutral opening, right? It's so huge to take stocks that early with Pac-Man. Getting that grab, that separation is going to be huge. See if he decides to charge fruit. Nope, just decided to go for the cherry, and we have that position swap. We'll see if Big D can get a ledge trap. But like I said, it feels really hard. JDV so far picking the right defensive options, just avoiding all the desync traps, getting that back air, separating Nana, and just doing a really good job. He doesn't even like, guess with the F smash. He just says, "I'm covering both sides. I don't care."
Oh, this is looking really rough all of a sudden. The Sopo needs to put in some work here. That's this game, this set, and by all that extension, Big D's kind of future in this bracket. We need to see some Sopo magic.
And throwing him off stage right there, it's a bad position, especially with the Hydrant right there. So much, and that leaning Hydrant not going to do much, and the Melon's not going to hit either. Luckily, Big D was able to escape the back throw. It's going to put you in a bad space. If we're re-seeing that situation, if you're JDV, hey, why not? And the Apple, fortunately not going to get hit by that with a side B, and that back throw will do it. It's looking like a JDV game. It's looking scary if you are a Big D or a Dawson fan out there. I know there's a bunch of you out there, and trust me, we are too, so it's a little bit bad.
Galaga combos?
Oh, whoa. Nana just didn't do anything there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to go there, man. Like, I don't want to go grocery shopping right now. I want to stay home and watch Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to go for the belay there, but that's going to be a decent combo. That's huge. Dawson finding that opening. 12%, actually not that bad considering how much of a deficit you are using that back there, instantly popping the Hydrant. Such a good option to deal with that. And there's that desync into neutral, try to go for the Blizzard. Get up attack one of them, but the other is going to cover. Only gets down throw up air, doesn't get the second climber for that damage, but finally answering this role. Big D so far was struggling because he was trying to trap neutral get up and jump and things like that, right? But now look at him, he's kind of staying back. He knows that JDV is privy to that defensive option of the roll, but catching that Glaxin with the up tilt, that's going to be huge. Doesn't get the follow up the fairs, not going to cover it. F tilt, here's another ledge trap. We'll see if Big D can close it out because I don't think he wants to see another neutral interaction, but not going to break the ice.
Can he do much off of this? Not. Unfortunately, not getting stock right there, but you are at a huge lead with a 120% advantage. That's pretty good if you're our Dawson, but you gotta get in another time. Maybe we'll see another side B into something else. Maybe a grab. Ooh, tough space. Not enough in lag to be punished off of there from that up B. Such a good up B. Like, it's an amazing get out option. If you feel any pressure at all.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You might be able to up B out of that, but you won't be able to get out of that time. That is Big D's first game of day 2-1.
And really just staying in the fight, and it was really just Big D just clawing himself back into that game.
I mean, what a beautiful desync. F tilt to pressure the shield, Blizzard to keep him in there, and that leads to everything else. I mean, that sequence, again, I was saying it's so hard as an Ice Climbers player to find desyncs in neutral. Like, knowing when to do them is like, I have time to get a desync F tilt. Like, getting that against Pac-Man, who's always dropping a projectile or throwing something out.
And those
is
fast options
huge,
too.
right? It's so tough, but Big D clawing his way back. That one advantage state on the last stock was so perfect. But PS2, I think this stage definitely favors Pac-Man, right? Has the house on either side, can play in any corner, and just charge fruit behind Hydrant. So let's see what happens and if Big D can mount the comeback. Because right now, JDV, although losing that last game, feels really
get
in
a little
control.
more. Quick 63% right off the bat. I like what we're seeing, Dawson. A little bit of that Blizzard. No freeze block yet. The Galaga, unfortunately for them, not going to split them up. Hey, the papers aren't signed just yet.
The Galaga play from Big D, not from JDV, has been really, like we've seen, I think it's 3 catches.
Wow.
The
Coming
edge
into
trapping.
play, getting that F smash out of nowhere. I love the, oh God, I can't even find the word right now, when they go apart. I can't believe he found that moment to get that in.
And finally getting comfortable to JDV's ledge trap, but now JDV suddenly finding himself against the back wall, missing that grab, and unfortunate, but that dash attack gonna come back in again, back air on the Nana, but great small hammer to recover Big D. Here's another ledge trap, roll, now it's finally getting caught out. I like that, using the meaty nairs, 1, 2, climbers swinging at the same time. It's gonna be really tough for JDV to get back on stage, and you know, I was thinking about this matchup, I feel like it should be a lot more harder for JDV to get back in, especially with Big D's ledge traps, but the other climber blocking.
You don't want to do that, baby. That side B can do it, but if you miss them, 2 hammers are coming straight at you, and 2 hammers are way better than 1. Fortunately, it is going to live through that stock, but losing your partner in crime, hey, sometimes you got to do the time. Down B sending him off stage right there. Or off kilter, and just like, that was a really good grab to call out. The Hydrant will take that stock right there, but JDV has to climb back up this hill a little bit harder, but with the Galaga and with all the tools at your disposal, it's very doable if you are JDV. But the Blizzard coming out, the freeze block, and that's an up air that will take the stock right there. Left in percentage is Big D. We're getting competitive in this B.
And we're looking at a situation here with stages where if JDV, loses on his counter, I mean, the stage selection in this matchup definitely matters more than some of the other sets we've been watching so far. We're just who has the space, who has like Earth mentioned, the house to hide under with the Hydrant and the platforms. So if you're losing that on your counter, you're kind of in trouble.
And right now, it's looking like JDV doesn't really have the answer. Initially, it felt like he was so in control, got all the damage and all the leads so quickly, but Big D just pulling out all the stocks, and that's the thing.
Definitive.
Now, JDV was scared to neutral get up, he was scared to get up attack, he was scared to roll. Stay on ledge, I'm covering with Blizzard, F smash, 2 framing,
Cube is going crazy right now. He's going rabid.
BC are clapping
Oh
on
my God, there's foam at
boy.
the mouse right now. Look at Cube right there. Oh my God.
We love to see it.
God, the Colgate teeth was just showing.
We can feel the energy coming from the stairwell into the player area. It's tangible. It's palpable. Even though I don't think Big D can hear it with those pretty good tight noise canceling, or not noise canceling, but pretty good headphones. The energy is having an effect, and I don't know how you guys feel about crowd and friend energy, but I don't know. I like to think, and maybe cheesy, that it gets you pumped up, gets you playing with heart. We'd love to see the heart tag.
And a grab. Can he get much up? Trying to go for the F smash, but nothing quite just yet. Holding on the Galaga. Wait for him to pull out a move. And just like that, a lot of damage for JDV right off the back with the Galaga in the back air play. Hey, pretty good call. Just to wait on there. Hey, one of the strongest moves you can do in neutral is just wait. Make sure they do a move instead of you, because that leaves them open instead of you. It's so smart. That was a good move by JDV.
Don't commit to an option if you're not confident with it. Make sure you're being patient. Patience can absolutely be the name of the game. Typically, JDV is known for having immaculate patience, and that being one of his strong suits. I just think right now what we're seeing is top player adaptation.
That's it right there. Missing the F smash. First time he's missed the F smash so far off of a grab. Ooh, that could spell disaster. But luckily for him, he has the fruit. Nothing going to come out quite just yet with the orange. And getting a backer saying JDV off stage, that gives Big D a little bit of time to do something. But fortunately, JDV was able to get back to center stage. And now split up these ice climbers.
JDV.
Use that nair moves.
Nice
and F tilt.
he was really privy because last time he tried to do the separation, Big D immediately running over to come
Oh,
and help.
what a
But
call
that
out.
2-frame with that down smash is so huge for Big D now. It's all up to JDV to even out the stock. Let's see if he can use the iframes from spawn. Bell in hand now. It's the scary thing where he dashes back and forth. Bell back throw is going to be 4 frames, so Big D has to be super careful. And this is the JDV Classic. He's just going to walk with shield, but only gets one of the climbers on the roll, and that's super unfortunate for JDV. Has to find the time to charge another Bell, but the orange is going to break straight through both icicles, and this is huge. I like this from Big D. Nice key, and that's the projectile game we were talking about earlier that helps separates the climber. Hydrant going to snipe out the other one. Bowling ball strike, and here Bell ledge trap, and that's going to be a perfect stock from JDV, only taking 28%.
Yeah, massive. Really, really needed that to set the tempo here and really get himself back in the game and get back in control. Galaga on deck. Let's see if it ends up being an issue. We've been seeing a lot of Big D catches on those Galagos, but now we're just going scrapping.
You gotta go
CQC.
CQC. What?
Close quarters combat.
There we go.
Yeah,
there
sorry.
we go. There. Yeah. I'm not privy to that information, but you know that was much so accurate. Trying to get a skull a little bit and just like playing the game where I go in, I go out, do I go in, do I go out with those side Bs. Luckily getting in and getting a little bit of ledge trap. Will the Blizzards do something in this scenario? JDV is not privy to let that happen. That's a grab. No. Not going to get the spike quite just yet. He's missing all these options. Is Dawson. The up air will send him quite back up. He's trying to get a little bit of that fruit to split them up. And the apple's not going to get through the blizzard. It's not the time of year. We're in the spring, but it's not going to freeze.
Yeah, and right now we can see dash attack is going to help JDV a lot. That's now twice Big D missing a desync confirmed the first time because Nana was a little too far, but that one was just an execution error. And we'll see if that bites him back because JDV can definitely make this comeback. Let's see if he can back into neutral. But the back air is just going to check. Can't jump, can't roll. And that's going to be a huge ledge trap for Big D. We'll see. Nana has a lot more percent than Sopo right now, so we'll see if JDV can find the kill. But right now, it's still Dawson's advantage. He's just going for these fares. Let's see if you're scared. Going for that neutral jump, but that answer
that's so much damage.
So much. Wow, with the a quadruple up air does 65 on that. That puts you at a huge disadvantage if you're JDV. How are you gonna get in? Luckily, air dodging through, but we're seeing a little bit of that skull hammer action. Will he get a little bit more? I'm seeing it smash deck on the hydrant. Gets to the hydrant. Of course, that grab is absolutely broken.
You needed to capitalize on that separation, but the F smash. Okay, last. Here, I mean, I don't know if y'all can hear it in the background. This is it.
I'm sorry, Goose. I could not hear you from these crowds.
And now the
chanting.
You don't have to say anything right now. You guys get to hear yourself in the crowd, and the crowd goes Big D's favor, and Big D is going on. JDV's tournament run is over. His stay at the mansion is complete.